Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of the Bionicle. Hello everyone, it's Josh, and here on Imaginary Tales we will be diving into the diverse characters of Bionicle. Today, we will be learning about the Toa Haga of fire, Norik. Norik was the leader of Makuta Pterodax's Toa Haga and was once a Rahaga. He was known to be strong, wise, honourable and courageous. He led by action and example rather than through words. Due to his wisdom and experience, he was widely regarded as one of the greatest Toa to ever live. He was well respected among his fellow teammates despite their differences. As Rahaga, he was also skilled in capturing Rahi, specifically reptilian, insectoid, or crawling Rahi. He would usually use charms and distractions to lure them in. As a Toa, Norik can create, control, and absorb fire. He carried a lava sphere that could be used to channel his fire powers, as well as fire a lava blast. He also carried a Rituka launching shield for defense and for firing a Rituka that slowed the target. He wore the Kanoi Pakui, the Great Mask of Diminishment, which allowed him to shrink himself and his tools down while retaining his original strength. His original mask was later replaced with a metallic mask that was forged in the shape of a noble Kirill in honor of a past hero. As a Rahaga, he was unable to access his elemental powers, but gained enhanced senses and agility due to being part Rahi. He had a natural Rituka launcher that launched Rituka that trapped a target in ropes of energy. He also carried a staff that allowed him to distract Rahi for a limited time. Norik started his life as a Tar Matoran who transformed into a Toa of fire within the Matoran universe. His Toa team joined forces with another Toa team to fight against destructive creatures called Protochaeans. After defeating the creatures, the two teams became one, and Norik became close friends with a Toa of psionics named Varian. The pair often went on various missions together. At some point, Norik and Varian received a distress call from a village on the northern continent, and were assigned to look into the disappearance of a Toa team. They met with a Toa of Sonics from the village who claimed to also be searching for his missing friends. During the search, the group was attacked by the mercenaries, the Dark Hunters, who later kidnapped their Toa guide. Norik and Varian chased after them, but they were soon knocked unconscious and taken to the Dark Hunters' island of Odina. While still unconscious, Norik was chosen by Varian to be spared, returning the Toa fire back to the northern continent. Norik, however, never knew the fate of his best friend, who was forever trapped in stasis on Odina. Eventually, Norik was chosen by the Brotherhood of Makuta to lead a team of Toa Guardians, the Toa Haga, under Makuta Pterodax. He was given metallic armor to indicate his status as an elite Toa, and his former Toa teammates gifted him a new Pakui. Norik and his team did their job well, and were usually assigned to complete tasks that Pterodax had no time for, including Rahi infestations and other threats. Eventually, he and his team discovered the treachery of the Makuta after they had taken the Mask of Light from the mystical island of Artaka. Norik and his team raided the Brotherhood headquarters of Destrol and stole the mask and the Makoki Stone. During the attack, 4 of his teammates were captured by one of the Brotherhood's servants, Udaka. Despite this, Norik and his remaining teammate, Toa of Air Iruni, pushed on and fought against the Brotherhood's armies and their former employer, Pterodax. They narrowly escaped with the artifacts, almost pushing Iruni to quit the team. However, Norik soon decided to go rescue his captured teammates, and the two returned to the Destral fortress to find them. The Toa were able to rescue their friends from prison, but they were ambushed by Rudaka, who mutated them into Rahaga. Though weakened, Norik and the others eventually left the island together with their stolen goods in hand. Now Rahaga, Norik led his teammates around the Matoran universe to assist victims of the Visorak horde, and to search for the legendary Rahi, Kitongu, who had powers to reverse the mutations of these victims. They traveled to the city island of Metronui and hid in the underground archives. There, they witnessed the Toa Metru and their efforts to save the city. They also hid the Mask of Light in the Great Temple and locked the mask away using the Makoki Stone. After Pterodax was defeated and sealed into a Toa seal, the Visorak horde was sent to Metronui under the leadership of Rudaka. The Rahaga went out of hiding and began rescuing different Rahi that had run loose. Norik and the others then rescued the Toa Metru, who had been transformed into Toa Hordika by the Visorak. Norik discussed with them about the tales of Kitongu and the creature's ability to reverse mutations. Before starting their search for the creature, Norik told the Toa Hordika about the Makoki Stone and assigned them to retrieve all the pieces of the stone to unlock the Mask of Light. The Toa succeeded and obtained the mask. Norik and the other Rahaga then helped the Toa to construct the airships that would be used to transport the sleeping Matoran out of Metronui. They also helped in the fighting against the Visorak army while the Toa occupied a tower. After the Toa and Rahaga regrouped, Norik warned the Toa about the nature of being a Hordika. Despite Norik's attempts to comfort their leader, Vakama, the Toa left in a fit of rage. Norik and the remaining group members eventually went to the Great Temple to find clues about Kitongu's whereabouts. After Vakama sided with Rudaka, the Rahaga was soon ambushed by the rogue Toa. With the other Rahaga kidnapped, Norik was left badly injured and informed the remaining Toa Hordika what had happened. He quickly recovered and continued to assist the Toa in their search for Kitongu. After passing through various areas of the city, Norik and the other Toa were able to locate the creature. He assisted in translating Kitongu's ancient speech and helped in convincing the Rahi to join their efforts in combating the Visorak horde. At the Colosseum, a huge battle ensued against the Toa and Visorak horde. Norik went to rescue his fellow Rahaga and had all of them join in. Eventually, Rudaka stepped in to end the fight. He witnessed the Toa Hordika firing Ratuka spinners at the Viceroy after she taunted them about their lack of unity. Realizing she was tricking them into releasing Pterodax, Norik attempted to stop Vakama from firing his own spinner, but it was too late. After the Visorak horde disbanded and the Toa Metru were cured of their mutations, the Rahaga helped in transporting the sleeping Matoran onto the airships to be flown away from the island. Afterward, Norik and the other Rahaga stayed in Metronui to help rebuild the city. During this time, they worked with Kitongu and the leader of Metronui, Turaga Duma, to push away any remaining Visorak on the island. Occasionally, Norik was tormented by nightmares of the Dark Hunters and Visorak invading the city, though this would never come to pass. Many years later, the Rahaga witnessed the return of the Matoran to Metronui. Though they later left the island for other lands, they soon traveled to the homeland of Rudaka, the island of Zia, which was being destroyed by a fight between two giant Rahi. They found her captured by the Toa Nuva, who soon forced her to transform Norik and the other Rahaga back into their former selves. Now Toa Haga, Norik and the others went to stop the two Rahi from continuing their rampage on the island. Later on, Norik heard that Dark Hunter ships were approaching Zia. After being teleported onto the fleet, Norik and the others were introduced to the leader of the secretive order of Matanui, Helrix, who asked them to assist in their war against the Brotherhood of Makuta. Norik initially did not like the idea, though he later agreed after learning he and his teammates were tasked to search for pterodags who had disappeared. With the Paraka Zagtan as their guide, they were teleported back to Metronui and planned to destroy the Colosseum after knowing that the Makuta travelled under the island. They soon encountered the Toa Mari, who were defending the city. Norik attempted to convince them about the urgency of their mission, but the Toa Mari began to fight them. Norik fought with Toa of Fire Jala, which pinned the two leaders in a duel. During the chaos, a giant Rahi was set loose in the city. Seeing the Rahi being a greater threat, the two Toa teams joined forces to stop the beast. Norik and Aruni teamed up with Jala and his colleague Kongu to bring down the creature with a storm of wind and fire. After agreeing to keep the Colosseum intact, the Toa Mari and Toa Haga worked together to lift the Colosseum and to gain passage into the underground tunnels. Norik sealed the tunnel behind them as the building was placed back into its original position. Descending deeper into the tunnels with Zagtan in hand, they noted strange inscriptions on the walls. They were suddenly caught by traps within the passengers, though the former leader of the Brotherhood, Makuta Miserix, appeared and saved them from death. After the Toa explained their background to the Makuta, the group traveled to the core processor, the room that used to house the mind of the Great Spirit, Matanui. After noting the strange organic bodies lying on the floor, the Toa Haga witnessed Helrix, Hitongu, and two Order members, Axon and Brutaka, emerging from a portal. After a brief conversation, Pterodax made his presence known in the room, attacking many of them. Norik confronted Pterodax and stated their resolve to fight him. However, the Makuta placed his team in an illusion in which they had already defeated Pterodax and only happiness and peace remained. Norik and his teammates proceeded to leave the room and returned back to the surface of Metronui. The Toa Haga were later freed from their illusion by the entity Tren Krom and soon joined the resistance against the Makuta. After the defeat of Makuta Pterodax at the climactic battle of Bara Magna, Norik moved over to the newly reformed planet of Spheris Magna. He and his Toa team were then assigned by the Toa Nuva to report their observations on the Toa Mari, who had been serving a strange golden-skinned being.
If you'd like to see more tales, check out our channel and our videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is the way of the Bionicle.